Welcome to the Next Level Life Show. I'm your host, Bill Hargenrader, creator of the Next Level Life. And today is a very special edition, the I Love Mars edition. We have an amazing guest. Her name is Ms. Mulyani from Mars City Design. Vera Mulyani. Hello, how's it going, Vera?
Hi.
Awesome.
Thank you
So,
for.
you're very welcome. So we're gonna I'm gonna read your bio and then also go to the Mars City Design, and we're going to how Mars City Design came about. It's an amazing concept. It's an awesome contest and an idea. So we'll get started. So Ms. Mulyani's multidisciplinary background in master planning in various fields of art, architecture, urban design, filmmaking, and storytelling has made her specialize in conceptual strategy and technology, innovation, and business development. Ms. Mulyani contributes her expertise in combining these fields, creating a collaborative competition platform for designing cities for Mars, our next step to settle the red planet. Mars City Design's mission is to design a blueprint for sustainable cities on Mars. Mars City Design is a human movement comprised of not only scientists and engineers, but also experts from the vast landscape of artistic vocations. I love that. I love that because me personally, I'm a scientist, but I'm also an artist, and find a competition that combines those different areas is really refreshing. So why don't you give us a little bit of background on what was the impetus, for the Mars City Design Contest?
Yeah, so I have always been trying to create something that can inspire other people. So this is more like really a human movement. Everything is art, right? Every creativity, every celebration of our gifts and talents, we can call it art, we can call it architecture, engineering, science, and everything is coming into place where we just create. But the most important thing is, what do we create? And to know that is important to have a vision of the future, the direction of where we need to go. And there is not really like the right direction or the wrong direction, but it's the direction that collective effort will be happy to do it, I think.
Yeah.
So I realize that at the moment, I'm just like fascinated by the unknown. So at the moment, we know a little bit maybe about Mars, but none of us has been to Mars. So this is our time now. I feel like I'm very inspired, of course, by Elon Musk. When he has some idea to influence the good of humanity, then he actually do it. So a couple of years ago, when I heard of his intention bringing people to Mars with his rocket, we, I was about to say with his Tesla, but no, maybe later,
Maybe later. I think he's working on that one.
Hopefully we can have a Tesla time machine where you just start driving from your garage and you arrive on Mars. But maybe that's really a while from now. But I'm just saying, like, it needs a collective effort to get a big dream like that comes true. Otherwise, it's just a fantasy. And I get what, like, a group of people who wants to go to Mars in a very ambitious way, and it's probably too early to really act directly like that without knowing how not only to survive at the moment but also to live. So when I heard of those two ambitious intention, I was questioning myself, like, how can we make this happen so that we can go there, not just to live, but to expand our life and to create probably a life that is way more fun than Earth, way more creative. And I do believe that if we make an effort to go further than where we can act today with our technology, it will definitely pay back in terms of advancing our actual life every day. You know, the new technology, the new creativity, and like with Mars City Design, I really hope that it can influence the art and the architecture world by getting into the space industry, knowing about other planets, so we're not stuck with like you know, security rules. Like, look at this amazing transparent glass. Like sometimes you can't even have this because all we will see is like stickers everywhere so that people don't bump into their head. Like those are important too, but details like that that actually limit our imagination sometimes. So it's just details.
Yeah, no, that's great, and I think you brought up a lot of great points there. And I'm actually on one of the Mars City Design teams, and what's interesting is we get people from all kinds of backgrounds: engineers, artists. Myself, I'm a systems engineer. I'm a project manager. I have a series that I write, Mars Journey Call to Action. So I got the storytelling in there, and when you have all these different people that are coming together, and it's like, it's an engineering project. No, it's an art project. Like, no, we're telling a story. And, you know, that's challenging to kind of break through that. But once you start breaking through that, that's where you can really see some really great things, some really great ideas come to life. So, I mean, you mentioned the Tesla driving to Mars. I mean, that's a fun thing to talk about. And it's funny, but it's like, well, you know, just from imagination, from creativity, some of the best ideas, you know, can come to fruition. So you seem to be you have this passion for architecture, for art, for innovation. Can you tell us a little bit about your personal journey? How did you get involved in that? Did you know, were you a young girl? Was it, you know, later in your teens? Like, where did you know you wanted to be interested in a career in design? When did that happen for you, do you think?
Yeah, you know, it's a long 3 decades of story, of course, but but I will make it really short. I'm born in a family where my dad, my brothers, they're all into creating something from something that exists, and modifying something that exists into further inventive creation. So I always grow up surrounded by an environment that is telling me that everything is impossible. So we have to make it happen no matter what with what we have. So I think that is the key to guerrilla design, you know, and design here means ideas. Design here means art, and art here means simply human creativity, human desire to make something better. And make something better is not always with starting from nothing. It's modifying what you have today. It's growth, right? So yeah, I am always inspired by our everyday environment. Like, how can I make this lamp become more functional, or looking a little bit prettier, or can make breakfast? Like, there's always a question that I have when something attracts me, and something that attracts me usually things that people don't really see. This was my gift when I entered architecture school. I kind of started drawing things that are invisible for other people. So and knowing that, you know, it's more fun to actually realize those ideas with other people, because otherwise we're so limited with our capacity. But it's another difficulties that we have to overcome. But isn't that a human history? Yeah. Like, we're all here together and we try to get along, and you know, some people have really negative behavior or thoughts, but ourselves as well. So the question is not how to eliminate them, but how to use it actually to create something bigger together. So those are the art of human interaction, I think, that comes to mind after my architecture degree. So I learned a lot from the filmmaking of it,
Yeah.
storytelling and character design. So when I want to combine all of that, I was just thinking like, what is it that is new that can help not only other people but also human dream of my lifetime today. So I'm just looking at, this possibility that I want my life to be useful, and it's not um, probably that much time, but if I can find enough number of people who have the same belief, different vision maybe, but the same effort making, hardworking, and just love
Yeah.
to the creativity, then we can really make a history, So yeah, that's my design. I think I have the art, design, and passion in my DNA. So thanks to my family that I don't really see very often, and my friends and my team, my wonderful Irish team. There's Connor Walsh, there is Paul Hoare, and Roy Nolan up there, and many other collaborators that teach me every day, So
Yeah. No, that's great. And we describe, basically all the different areas coming together. And it's what I call what we need for the Mars movement is a focusing lens, because there's so many people, they have, the belief we should get to Mars, and they have the different vision of how that should happen. You have amazing groups that are out there. You mentioned Elon Musk, Mars Society, Mars Foundation, Mars Institute, and they're all they have their belief and they have their vision. There's a way that we can pull them together, and that's kind of how the I Love Mars community got started. It's almost like a fan club for Mars, and it's bringing people that are into science. It's bringing people that are into the sci-fi. They just want to stay abreast of the news on it. But finding a way that if you have all these people that believe that we should go to Mars, but they're all disparate, they're all disconnected, then they lose a certain bit of power. But when you bring them away with I Love Mars or Mars City Design Contest and bring them together, then you can focus that energy with that focusing lens and really actually start to make progress. So I think that's really one of the biggest, one of the biggest benefits of what you're doing. But with Mars City Design, actually, it's a great segue into what, in addition to that, what are one or two of the maybe biggest benefits that you think can come from this Mars City Design this first year?
So can I repeat the question if I understand very well? You were saying what is the benefit for the first year of the creation of Mars City Design?
Yeah, so this is the first year, right? The first contest that's going through. At the end of this first, instantiation, what are some of the benefits?
So what happened is this first year is really exciting because it's almost like an experiment that also attracts so many people and actually shock some of the people who just admired the collective effort. I'm myself shocked by the response. I mean, it was like the registration demand was out of my control. It's amazing. Then we have another level of creation where people are really serious. They have been working on this for a long time, and I just try to help them, saying like, let's create something that adapts to our technology today. So basically, we recycle some of the long-time research projects and adapt it to our technology today. And some of them are just artists who never thought that like they could write a poem, Martian poem, for example, you know. So I'm just saying, like, Mars City Design at the beginning, it was like more focused on the urban design aspect and architectural, but you know, now it's really, I mean, about human needs. Like every single company in the world, I encourage each of them to think about how they can convert their products into something that human can consume on Mars, you know, or vice versa.
Yeah.
How could you create whiskey that was aged on a Martian surface, for example?
Yep.
Well, they tried on the space station, but you know, maybe we could just start experimenting, you know. So this first year is more about getting those mix of creativity, different categories that we can exhibit and expose for a bigger call next year. So it will be every year. It will be like one day, I hope it will be like the Oscar ceremony for Martian designs, innovation. Yeah, so yeah.
No, that's great.
That's the
yeah.
But we're, for example, planning to have the educational platform. We will start with something that we call the Mars City Power Lab. It's going to be a 3 days workshop. And in that 3 days workshop, we will invite a lot of mentors from, you know, NASA, from SpaceX, from other Boeing engineering design, and some 3D printing companies to just come a couple hours and teach these students, or even some professionals who think that they want to know more about Martian design. Then, you know, they can join us together, and we will have a link from our website to ask questions and register about that. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's great. We'll
Mars City Power Lab.
Mars City.
That's our next.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was actually talking about your earlier point. One of the things when we talk about bridging the gap between building, creating, living, exploring Mars is a concept of Mars-based thinking for Earth-based living. And essentially, when you're setting up a colony, you have limited resources. You have to be very sustainable. You have to make sure that you're recycling things, and a lot of the things about how we eat, how we live, the resources that we consume. We can apply those lessons to how we're living on Earth now. Down to, you can include things like fitness. How we would work out to maintain a healthy lifestyle on Mars. You could apply that here on Earth. So I think that's by focusing on that point that you made, and then the vice versa of that, then you can start to get people interested, get businesses get interested in putting things together, because now you've got that gap. And that's interesting because I see you have your jury for the first level of the contest, and then the second level, there's actually opportunities for people to potentially even get investment funding. Is that correct?
Yeah, so what happened is we are almost like a platform. We recruit people we like to work with, basically people who are serious, hardworking, and having a really collaborative behavior, because that's very important. If we want to go for a long run, we need to, respect each other, trust each other, and know what your capacity is, know what you can contribute, and also know what role specifically you can participate in when you are meeting completely new people and working on this such huge goal. And I think that's the beauty of it. And from early on, like, that's why competition is so important, because nobody lose, because this is a big collaboration. Like, even if even if you don't make it to the final, the process of it is the question of between you and you. You know, you kind of know and learn more about how you face all these steps, and that's, I think that's the most precious benefit. Like, it's the experience of it, you know. So yeah, so we do want to select very talented and like great personality kind of people to be ready to collaborate in a bigger platform. You know, we collaborate with accelerators and incubators that are ready to host us, and you know, they, once we have the result coming out from this collaboration, like, it's almost like a free product already designed for those companies. So just up to them, who is first, who are going to be pioneer for this, you know, amazing community.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. So we're gonna we have a few more minutes left here, and I got a question from somebody from the I Love Mars page, and essentially Ben Gardam. He asked a question about, what are your thoughts on building a cave-like home underground? And I guess maybe, you know, a couple of, he's thinking about, would it be a logical first step, giving protection from the sun's rays. And then obviously, building underground, you're a bit limited in, you know, how beautiful you can make that. So what are your thoughts on building underground on Mars?
Well, since, you know, I'm launching this competition, I suppose not to have any opinion about those things.
No, that's,
yeah.
That's fine.
Sorry.
sorry,
I can answer, no, I can answer that. You know, I can answer that once we're done with competition. I just think that it is more in a broad answer. Like, I really think that, you know, we do have to adapt to the Martian atmosphere, but it's also about how to adapt those extreme environment into our needs. I don't think we can, as human, we can live in a Martian suit forever in 24 hours, you know, and I don't think we can live with no sunlight or under an artificial landscape. Like, for example, like, I love Las Vegas, but I can't stand staying in there for more than 2 hours. You know, the first thing is fun, but like, so I think it's the balance to answer.
That's a great answer. It's a great answer, and it's a good. I guess it's a good way to be about when you're running a contest. So, yeah, that's good. You fooled me. No, I'm just kidding. I tell you what, we'll kind of give you the floor. What should we be looking out for? What's next for Mars City Design? How can people, they can go to the website and check it out? How can they participate? What would you tell people that if they want to get more involved, even though the contest is underway? What can they do?
Yeah. So the contest is coming to end by the end of this month in February. The jury that we invite from everywhere, from NASA, from Prodia, from you'll see the list of wonderful juries. They are checking it out next month on March, and then we will have our crowdfunding campaign in April for our Power Lab. So it's almost like Power Nap, but it's Power Lab for the Mars City Design, and that will be in April, the crowdfunding, and we will have the event, if successful, by July. And then actually, yeah, we will also have our nonprofit organization that is launching very soon. It's called Mars City Foundation.
Okay.
We're very proud of that. This organization will focus on the educational aspect. We will have a lot of mentorship program and, just putting effort so that at some point, hopefully, we can have enough funding to create the foundation, real concrete foundation, Martian concrete, hopefully,
I love it.
to build, to build a city on Mars. I don't care if it takes another 50 years, 100 years until like I don't live here on Earth anymore. But I need to start something, so I invite all of you to join. So.
No, that's great. We'll post a link for the website, for your social media profiles, for all that, and I'll keep people abreast of the contest as it progresses. See how our team does. But no, this has been fun. This has been really great. I really love what you're doing, the energy and the effort that you put into bringing people together. It's been a lot of fun for us, and I think it's going to be an amazing thing that continues year after year to build on itself. So I want to thank you for your time today.
Thank you so much
Awesome.
for your participation as well.
Yeah, awesome.
We're all here to support each other. So.
Say again?
I said we're all here to support each other.
Yeah, absolutely. No, that's a beautiful message. So if you enjoy watching the video today, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye.
Bye. Bye, Bill.